Today podcast is Friday night. You know what time it is. Friday night, 9 p.m. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's the 10-8 podcast available on YouTube as well as Twitch and Twitter. But we rocking out tonight. Floyd Mayweather going bankrupt. Amanda Serrano weekend announcing that this is her final year in the sport. I mean, Richardson Hitchens keeps getting called out. There's a lot to talk about. Make sure y'all tune in every Friday, Monday, and Wednesday. But after the break, we'll get into it. Yo, what's good, my guy? What's the word? You
sent me good, bro. It's been a busy day, but
yeah, you sent me oh man, this you sent me this video. I seen that shit about Deontay Wilder. That's funny. I seen that earlier. What was it? Deontay Wilder, if I'm not mistaken, basically what was I saying? Deontay Wilder came out in a video. I think he did it with Najee, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Najee. And said that his girl lost the love. He lost when she lost the fight. Didn't she take like 400,000 from him or some crazy shit like that?
I ain't watched the whole. I just keep seeing snippets of it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been really, you know what I'm saying, been tuned into it like that.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's sad, bro. I ain't gonna front, man. Like, you know, I watched part of it, and basically he was saying that I don't know if it was him or some other athlete. That they said their girlfriend took like 400,000. I think it was him, 400,000 from him, and you know, pretty much left him and all that shit. Like, I mean,
what's good, chat?
That shit is rough, dude. Like, being on. Remember, at one point he was on top of the world. Like, this is a guy that everybody wanted to be like, and he was the American. You know what I mean? That was knocking everybody out. He was probably the most popular American heavyweight in years. I mean, I don't even think I can think of anybody besides Deontay Wilder. He had it all: the dynamics, the one hitter quitters that just put. And bro, it's kind of sad to see how, how shit has kind of panned out. People don't even put him in the top like heavyweights of all time. Or nothing. They don't even regard him in that. Like, they kind of downplay him, which is kind of fucked up, in my opinion. But shouts to that man. Shouts to the chat. We letting everybody start coming in, start filling up right now. But what do you think about this the Deontay Wilder situation? I mean, what did you actually catch from it?
Which part? With his person, with his, you know what I'm saying, with the whole situation with the ex and everything?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can download. I'm downloading right now.
I gave her everything.
So basically, yeah.
Shout out to my man Steve Cunningham too. That's why I seen that's why I'm seeing the recent video at. I didn't even see the whole thing. I just seen a piece of it while we was talking. So I'm about to probably watch it when you put it up here. But yeah, hey, what's going on, Gail? Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Hey.
Happy New Year, Lance. My man Money, Happy New Year. Crowd, Happy New Year, y'all. Much love and respect. Hope everyone had a great holiday season with the family, with their families, friends, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm just me. I'm in a good mood. I'm in a positive position right now. I just feel good.
My bad. I'm trying to get the damn video up, but the sound keeps going off when I do it. But anyway, let me see if I can mute it this way. Let me know if you hear it when I do this. You hear it?
No, I hear none.
But yeah, no, man, happy time. I'm trying to download this video. Happy New Year to everyone. You know what I mean? But let's get into it. I'm trying to get the story up right now. So the title of it says, "I gave her everything, and as soon as I started losing, she filed for divorce." I think it says. Damn.
It be like that.
These hoes ain't loyal.
It be like that, and I'm not laughing at him, but like, shit, I've been having that for a crazy year too. But
oh God,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta just shrug it off. If you're strong, you gotta be strong mentally and just shake it off, regroup, come back stronger.
Yeah, I mean,
You got also you need, like again, especially during the holiday season. It's you know what I mean, it could be a great moment, and then those who's watching, we also know that it could be what I'm saying, a depressing time for some. You know what I mean? So you gotta, like, what I recommend, you have to keep yourself occupied and around just good spirited people. You know what I mean? We're not always gonna have good days. Some days, what I'm saying, some days and sometimes a lot of days is gonna be hectic and crazy. But and I can see, like, he's doing all these interviews, just speaking. So who knows how long he's been feeling like this? But I'm glad he's speaking out about it. But again, I just recommend that, what I'm saying, you keep good people around you. You know what I'm saying? I got good people around me that's helped me down throughout the whole year. So I mean, I can't complain. And like I posted on Twitter. I don't wish no resentment on anyone. I don't have a bad spirit in my body. I don't have a black heart. I'll never, what I'm saying. But sometimes you gotta, what I'm saying, accept people for who they are, whether it's good or bad. Sometimes you gotta distance yourself, and what I'm saying, and just keep, what I'm saying, life continues to go on. Time is not going to stop for nobody at the end of the day.
no, and absolutely. But you know, I feel like a lot of these athletes, not just boxers, um, they want to live in a world that doesn't exist, right? And what I mean by that is, like, they 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 don't understand. Like, for instance, I always said that some guys never got no ass, right? And all of a sudden they get some money, now they get some ass. They don't know how to act, right? And I feel like it's a lot of people. Same thing. Like, sometimes you don't have money, you get some money, you don't really know how to act, and you do things out of the ordinary, and it's just unfortunate. But this is the actual video that Jamel had me rip up. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna play it now, and it's about Deontay Wilder filing for divorce. But check this. Actually, his wife filing for divorce. But check it out.
Hey, yo, what's up? What's up? Yo, read the title, baby. I gave her everything, and as soon as I started losing, she filed for divorce. Man, I was thinking of doing a video about this specific particular subject last year. Shout out to 2026, baby. 2026, y'all. Think everybody made it? Happy to see you. Back to the subject. I was thinking about doing a video about this specific subject because I've been seeing a lot of fighters, they start getting divorced after they start losing, or after they retire. And I'm like, yo, what's up with that? What's up? I mean, I got close friends who were champions, and soon as they not making that bag, the wife start acting up. Now some issues. They divorcing, it's problems. Yo, this is something, y'all need to look into this, man. Look into this, man. I got a couple friends and some people I know that been going through it ever since their husband has not been in that limelight, hasn't been getting that bag. It's like when the lights on, it's like they there with you. They love it. They eating it up themselves. You know what I mean? They ain't doing none of the work. They ain't putting in none of the work. They ain't taking none of them goddamn punches. But they spending that money. Then when you ain't making that type of money no more, shit start getting funny. Hey, yo, man, look into this though, y'all. This is just a question I gotta ask, man. Do y'all think the same thing? Y'all think it's the same? Once that stuff stop, that's when the love stop.
Man, you guys are terrible.
I'm gonna read what Gary said. Saying that this is gossip from secondhand source, reportedly quoting social media. That's one random guy's opinion. But better than this, is it verified? And Gail, you could be right. But I felt like Steve was talking to me, because me and Steve actually had some conversations on the side, because he's been going through it. You know what I mean, with his personal life, and he asked me how I was feeling about everything. And me and him spoke. But again, I mean, he got a point to a certain degree. I'm not pointing a finger at nobody. I'm not saying that this is particularly my situation, but it just seems like, like when I wanted just to fall back from everything, from fighting, it was like, saying things started to get shaky. You know what I mean? Personally, that's how. But like you, I don't know. You sometimes, and you can be with somebody for a long time, but once the lifestyle starts changing up.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying, and the situation make it get a little rough or shaky, or just is not bringing in the same excitement as it once was, things can change up. But I don't know. It seems like it's not like I said, it's not just fighters. I mean, we see it. We see it with a lot of athletes. And I'm not here to say that, I'm not here to bash any, saying women in general, because there's a lot of real women out there that stand beside, their spouse throughout everything, saying no matter what. But again, a lot of these guys, they get with some of these women, and they, saying she looked the part, she, saying she looked good, this and the third, or she a rider, but it's like, yo, how much do you really know these people before before you really start to settle down?
So, Jamal, to answer the young lady's question, I think you think that's Gail. That's a girl, right? Sorry, I don't know if it's a girl or boy.
Yes, it's a girl. What's the woman?
Oh, it's a woman. Sorry. He did it, and I mean, he said it in a Najee's interview too. This is where it all started when he did the Najee. And to be honest, he's not the first, he's not the last. But look what happened to Shane Mosley.
Looks hard to see, like a monster.
What happened to Shane Mosley? His wife was his manager. I don't know if you remember this. And she took it all. Like, I remember they started beefing Shane Mosley's wife with the father. It was a bunch of whole thing. Listen, and it's unfortunate, man, because you really do got to choose the right individual. And
L is stupid, bro.
Yo, bro, my boy played in the NFL for like 10 years, right? And he told me, he was like, yo, I don't even know how these women find out where you're staying at a hotel, and they'll be there. And it's up to the athlete to determine, like, yo, bro, like, if it was
you talking about some Shane, bro, I promise you, bro. The first thing I got, you talking about Shane? Shout out to my man Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley is a great guy. He's one of my favorite fighters. I'm actually happy to say I know Shane. I got to speak to Shane. Yeah. You know what I mean? Things of that nature. But yeah, after that, bro, hey, bro, the first thing I went to go do was get my damn belt. Yeah. Hey, yo. The first thing I want to go do was get my championship world title. I put the work in for that. That's the first thing based off of that, that's the first thing I said. I don't care about no money. I don't care about no property, but I had to go get my world title. That was a must.
But look, I mean, you could go from back then. Devin Haney had issues. Remember, Devin Haney had a situation with, he got a female pregnant that a lot of people knew of, and that brought him problems. They're handling it a lot better today, but I feel like a lot of guys, they get the money, they start partying, and they don't realize that a lot of these girls are professionals. These girls that you see on these Instagram pages and stuff, that's what they're there for. You know what I mean? And a lot of these guys want the girl that everybody's craving for. I never understood all of the rappers going after Kim Kardashian. It's just unfortunate, and people got to realize, man, like, once you become somebody like that, and I don't know Deontay's situation in regards to if he was with her prior to him being broke or whatnot. I don't know that situation, but it does suck, But once you make that money, you single, bro, like, you got to kind of like really weed it out, man. Like, there's not a lot of genuine people out there, man. And then, when you get fame and money, you become a target. And unfortunately for him, it kind of hurt his career as well as his focus. Because Jamal, you've been through it. It does affect your personal life, and that kind of lingers over to your professional life. So it's really unfortunate. But a lot of these athletes get caught up in chasing after that fast car. It's like, yo, I got to get the Bentley and the bad bitch. Like, you don't meet bad bitches in the strip club. I'm sorry, guys. It just doesn't happen. And, it's really crazy, man. Somebody said Instagram is the new sex store. Yeah. I mean, guys, like, you, I don't know, bro. I just, guys want to.
All you motherfuckers look the same on Instagram. I've been saying that. Everybody look the same on Instagram. Again,
it's unfortunate.
Y'all keep going for these built to bear ass women and shit. That's on y'all. Yeah. Everybody look the same on Instagram, y'all.
That is wild, bro. But it is unfortunate. Shout out to Deontay. I'll be honest. The fact that he's speaking on it publicly, it's kind of. I feel like that's part of his healing process, and him just getting over it, because it is embarrassing. It's very embarrassing. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. But to be honest,
I guess we like Deontay. I mean, I wish him the best. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't know the ins and outs, so I'm not gonna sit there. I'm not gonna sit here and take sides, because I don't, like I said, I don't know what she, it could be totally opposite, or she could have a totally different story. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's always more to the story. I mean, even my own story. It's always, you know what I'm saying? She could be feeling a different way. I don't know. So I'm not here to bash anybody, but most of us, but that's the problem right there. A lot of our people expose too much of themselves on social media. That's the problem too, right there. I see why. Like I'm saying, my guy L, he don't fuck with social media, man. I don't blame him. But I'm saying, a lot of people, like, he don't fuck with social media.
Well, there was once a famous poet once said, "When a rich nigga wants you, and your nigga can't do nothing for you, these hoes ain't loyal." I mean, that's just Chris Brown. It just makes sense, bro. Just makes sense. These hoes ain't loyal, dog. What are we doing out here, guys? Why are you looking at me like that? You don't like Chris Brown?
That, yeah.
I'm just keeping it real. Chris Brown told me this, and I listened. Okay.
See. You better you better be in a room full of hurt.
Hold on, yo, Jamel, I'm about to get this BB. What? Yo, did your man L say he's gonna get a BBL?
I guess he's talking about a woman with a BBL. So I hope
he's saying a woman with a BBL.
A woman with a BBL.
I'm gonna keep it real, Jamel. If we ever hang out and L's there,
you gotta keep up with that maintenance. You gotta keep up with that maintenance.
I'm definitely
that's maintenance. These veneers and these BBLs, that's too much maintenance.
BBLs don't even look good. They look terrible. I've never seen a good looking BBL, dog. I'm sorry. They're just not good. I like natural women. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Stop chasing these Ferraris, man. Anyways, but think about this for a second. Look at the pressures of society, especially in hip hop, what they do to you, right? And I'm gonna bring up this example because it's part of the topic of the title today. All right. Yeah, natural is way better. I like a natural booty, you know what I mean, instead of a, whatever that is. I don't even know what to call it. But recently, my man Floyd Mayweather, he's made the news. And again, me and it's ironic, but me and Jamel have been talking about this for over a year. Floyd Mayweather Jr. reportedly facing serious financial trouble. According to whatever, he owes like $52 million in back taxes, all types of crazy shit. And again,
talk to him, Gail. Go take your ass to the gym.
Yeah,
go put up some squats, some sit-ups.
Please. But it's crazy, the pressures of society, right? Think about it, especially in the hip-hop world. You got to have the baddest bitch with the fattest ass, the light-skinned chick, whatever it is. You got to have all the money. Floyd Mayweather kind of fell into that whole trap, and now apparently is owing over $52 million worth of just in back taxes, not including fines. And then there's the crazy thing. They said that lawsuits are adding onto it. He owes money to certain people. He didn't pay for jewelry. And it's absolutely crazy because he's like especially Black America's biggest boxing hero, right? And he set a lot of standards for fighters. The way they fight today, how they don't want to fight other people, and just
Well, we're not gonna do that though. Shout out to my man Kev. Kev, I'm definitely slimming, bro. I'm slimming down. I'm keeping it real. Hold on. I'm like 6 pounds away from my weight that I need to be at, buddy. I'm slimming. But no, I'm not gonna sit there and go. I'm not gonna go for that not wanting to fight. Pretty Boy Floyd was fight. I'm talking Pretty Boy Floyd, but if you're gonna do, we gotta go because I don't want these fighters to see this shit and be like, yeah, because a lot of these fighters only see highlights and they don't really be going through the history. They don't really be doing their homework.
Yes,
Pretty Boy Floyd was fighting everybody. Yes, was trying to fight everybody.
He was, but he was also protecting. He made people protect their own. And that's why. But anyways, the reason I bring that up is because
you can't put that on Floyd. That's just an influence. He just had an influence, and they took it a different way. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he was still trying to. Man, listen, I don't care what people say. For the young hungry Canelo that actually called him out. You know what I'm saying? People forget. Oh, he fought an expert. No, Canelo was calling him out. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite fights is when he fought Miguel Cotto. And think about it, people don't realize he fought Miguel Cotto, and then like 3 weeks later, he had to go to jail. So the whole time you in camp, you know what I'm saying? Like to fight through all that, he still was a dog.
Nobody's
Maidana fights. You know what I'm saying? I was actually there in the arena for both of those fights. You know what I mean? So we're not gonna do that with the pretty big, you know what I'm saying? But I don't. Only thing I didn't like with Floyd is the way that he always felt like he had to go show, you know what I'm saying, show his you know what I'm saying, his wealth.
Yes, that's actually the point I was getting to.
Yeah, that part. That's the only thing I like in terms of him as a fighter and what he did. I'm all for it. But like him, but then somebody even like it's crazy because we just seen him like not even a week ago. He in the damn car with a briefcase full of cat. Like, bro, like I don't care. We don't care for that.
Bro, that wasn't a briefcase full of money. That was a briefcase full of cap. I'm gonna explain this to you, Jamel. I'm just keeping it real, bro. And I'm gonna bring up this video. You got everybody in the program has money. And this is I love it. He's a moron pulling out money. Who the fuck?
Can't hear you over the view. You gotta wait till the view to start, bro. Go ahead what you were saying.
I'm sorry. What I'm saying is this: people with money, like real money, don't show up. But Floyd always.
I know. You see how Jordan be dressing?
Like a homeless person.
You don't even wear Jordans.
Bro, that's the point. But Floyd always. If you challenge him with money, what did you do? Oh, I got all this. I got that. Oh, I just bought $400 million of property. Remember last year he said he bought $400 million of property. He came out, he was full of shit. Like, I'm like, the fact that he's going out his way to show that he has money is absolutely like it's killing him right now, bro. And I mean,
that could be ego mixed with a little bit of self-esteem issues, and it's not. I'm just saying, I'm just being real.
A little bit of self-esteem.
But I'm saying, but as a fighter, phenomenal. But I'm saying, I don't know. I don't like Floyd. Be like,
no, Floyd is
crazy. Not and you know his big. Listen,
yeah.
Shit, did we miss clapback? Man, the Oscar man starts mentioning this shit on clapback Thursday. It's gonna be another fucking. It's gonna be another viral episode.
I just feel bad for Floyd because I feel like he's allowed the outside influences, and he takes care of a lot of people. I know people personally that are in his camp that he takes care of. And, you know, he just spends a shitload of money buying $2-3 million watches. And a lot of these athletes don't realize when you stop fighting,
He gonna need that Manny Pacquiao fight if he keep going this route.
Nobody's gonna pay him for that shit. You know, it's absolutely insane, bro.
Like what Gail said, reading this article about Floyd, the research seems solid. Floyd is suing them for defamation, though.
He definitely is because, some people, the perception of them is more important than the reality. And the fact that people are now exposing Floyd for possibly for bankruptcy and stuff like that, it's an embarrassing thing. It takes a big hit on him. His two most important things in his life are his O and his dough. And that's just the realest shit ever. And it's unfortunate because Floyd is such an influential athlete that a lot of these kids are following that stupidness. I mean, and it's messed up, bro. And I kind of feel for him because I'm like the pressure of him being money made has maybe gotten to him, and it's kind of embarrassing. He better sell that again. Look, Kevin Jackson brings this up, and I remember when I seen this, he bought an $18 million watch.
Yeah, that was crazy.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Who does stupid shit like that?
My phone tells the same time,
bro. I don't. 18 million, bro. Adam Sandler walks around in graphic T-shirts, shorts, sketches. We know 100%. Like, bro, like it's unfortunate what Floyd's going
all you gotta do is look at Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's getting the cheap seats. He go to the fights. He getting the cheap seats. He don't care.
Bill Gates, they don't wear Gucci and Prada and all that stupid shit.
But there's definitely a difference between the wealthy and the rich.
Yeah, and again, how many videos that we could probably count on our like we can't even count on our fingers and toes where you would see Floyd go to a Chanel store or with a girl and buy $1 million worth of bags. I'm like, dog, all that shit eventually adds up. It adds up. Remember when he was at Saudi Arabia? Remember they kept him because he owed money, and they put it on his board.
They damn sure did. They damn sure
I'm
did.
making this shit up.
They have my
Javante
man hostage in a foreign country, dog, that you don't want to play games with. They damn sure did have Floyd out there, man.
And now he's talking about fighting Mike Tyson because he got to pay these back taxes and trying to get as much money with Manny Pacquiao. Is he going to be desperate enough to finally to make it a legit fight? And I think that the money is going to force him to go and risk his against Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao's not going to fight an exhibition against him. But it's unfortunate that Floyd Mayweather.
Netflix not allowing. Netflix is not. That's why they really don't even want the Mike Tyson thing. Netflix is, like I said, I got word that Netflix didn't want exhibitions. You know what I mean? They seen the reaction from Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis situation, which is why we went and got the Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua situation, which would turn out to be a real sanctioned boxing event, of course. And so, of course, if he want to get that Netflix money, it's going to come down to a real sanctioned event. It's not going to be no exhibition. So he got at his age. Let's be real. He got to risk putting that up. You know what I'm saying? And depending on how that fight can go, it can put a stain on his legacy. But he needs the money.
No, absolutely. He definitely needs the money. He's fighting fucking guys everywhere. He fought John Gotti Jr., bro. What the fuck? He fought John Gotti Jr. twice. I mean, it's really unfortunate for such an influential person. But I'm gonna be honest, he's not gonna get that type of money to fight Manny Pacquiao Part 2. I'm gonna tell you, this is the only fight that will get him this type of money or something like that. And some people may disagree with me. This is the only that'll get him near the number that he wants. But he's gonna lose badly, and it's the Terry Butcher. That's the only fight that he would get money for right now. The biggest money would be against Terence Crawford. And it's simply because of the comparisons that a lot of people are bringing up between Bud and Floyd. Is he better? Is he that? And that right there would be appealing enough for
I don't know. That's bad for his health.
100%, Jamel. But if I'm Netflix, okay, if I'm Turkey Al-Asik, nobody wants to see a washed up Manny Pacquiao versus you Part 2. But you know what is appealing? You and Bud Crawford. Why? Because the comparisons, a lot of people have been comparing them. Whether it's fair or not, that may be the only thing. But you're not going to win that fight. You're going to go to sleep. I'm going to be honest with you. Terrence is going to kill him. And I think that's the only fight that gets him the number that he wants. Nobody's going to tune in and watch you fight Mike Tyson. Nobody gives a shit about him fighting Manny Pacquiao. But it's unfortunate that this man has made over $1 billion in boxing and is claiming bankruptcy. How the fuck did that happen? I mean, Jamel, please tell me. Let's see, $18 million watch. Matter of fact, they said he owes back taxes on the building at the strip club that he owns. He owes money for that. Like it's fucking bad, dude. Like
strippers ain't working hard enough.
These hoes ain't loyal, man. I don't know. I mean, else we need some of these politicians to fight each other.
Them strippers ain't working hard enough. If you
bro,
if you owe back taxes on a strip club, somebody ain't working hard enough.
Yo, bro, Floyd came to my event, right? He pulled up. So he calls, he's like, yo, Floyd's pulling up, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. My nigga pulled up in 7 or 8 Phantoms. Like, who the fuck owns 8 Phantoms, bro? Like, why? Why the fuck?
Listen, he doing better than Bruce Wayne.
Bro, but this is what I'm saying. It's exaggerated. You created this facade that is now biting you in the ass, bro. And it's so unfortunate because I'm one of the biggest Floyd Mayweather fans ever, bro. People used to hate me because I used to love Floyd so much. So to see this shit, it's absolutely crazy. Shout out to my man Johnny from the Hangout Spot. Seeing Floyd Mayweather go through this, bro, it's crushing, bro. It's crushing. Like I love Floyd, man. And again, I used to see so many videos of him. Look what Adrian Broner. Look what he's going through. I think it's worse for Floyd. To be honest with you, bro. He made $1 billion.
Bro, all them, you know, on them back taxes on the millions. Hell yeah, yo. Even if he do another 100 million fucking purse, you still got to pay taxes on that. So it's a never ending cycle once that shit get out of control, man.
And
never ending, bro.
Bro, and it's Floyd has always been one of those individuals that everything has to be a show.
Listen. Even for I wasn't making Floyd money, but when I started making real money of them world title fights, I'm damn sure made sure to keep the IRS off my ass. I was not, I had good people around me to make sure, that I wrote off everything. I kept up with everything I was doing. I didn't like the bill at the end of the year, but I knew it was either that or let that shit pile up and then you have to be out here fighting until you 50 years old.
I still, bro,
as the opponent.
I got 4 kids, little kids. They all fly now, bro. I look for the cheapest flight possible. I'm not going first class. Kiss my ass. I got some bread. I'm not trying to spend that type of money.
And we all going to the same place on the same plane.
Yeah,
only
bro,
thing different with the first class is you're gonna get your orange juice first.
Boxing was too far.
You're gonna get your little drink first.
People file for bankruptcy with business they've done investing or yes, I get that. I've seen other people do it, but Floyd owes a lot of money, bro. Like you could just tell the way he's moving.
You gotta be like Trump. You gotta be like Donald. You gotta finesse. You gotta finesse the system.
Again, so Sean Morris says, how is he going broke if he got multiple real estate investments? So let me address that real quick. He came out and said he bought $400 million worth of property in New York City, which was exposed to be false. So he got caught in a lie. It was bullshit. I mean, I don't know a business that Floyd owns.
Then it was, don't forget, then it was that one investment where they basically robbed him. You know what I'm saying? That one investment where he lost money on. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a lot. Like I said again, I don't know. We don't know this man's personal finances, but we do see, the headlines, and then what I'm saying, the lawsuits, the paperwork for the lawsuits coming out again. I wish Floyd the best, but being all that flashy, it was just never me. But like I said again, I'm always going to be a fan of what he did for the sport of boxing. But in terms of his personal life, it was just a lot. It's just a lot of flash.
Yeah, you know what it is though. The character that he created is killing him today. My man Geraldine, shout out to Gerald McCoy. He says he was already money made.
Yeah, thank you, Kev. That's what I'm saying. He's my GOAT, but he was wilding.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We know it at
this point. Still out here wilding.
We believe you when you have it there. No, absolutely. That's my point. Every time somebody would challenge him about money, he would go immediately, like I'm talking about in seconds, and have a bag full of money. Go shopping somewhere. And I'm like, Floyd, who cares? Nobody gives a shit about that, bro. Why do you care so much to flaunt something? And now you put yourself in a situation where, bro, like, you owe millions, dog. Millions. I wouldn't even know what to do if I had to pay $54 million worth of taxes, back taxes. That's without the lawsuits and everything. It's crazy.
Ask them real when they begin to them situations. They be jumping out the window.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, when he pulled up to my event, he pulled up in 7 Phantoms. I was like, yo, dog, like, I was like, yo, and it's great, and it's attention, bro. So look, I don't know if I ever told you, I had so my buddy got me a Wraith when I went to Tampa Bay, right, for the week. So I had the Wraith when it first came out. After that, I never wanted that type of car again. Because of the attention. It's fucking crazy. I couldn't go anywhere without people stopping me. So, like, and again, it's cool to have those type of things, but, bro, like, you're literally attracting the wrong people, bro. Like, what we just witnessed with Deontay Wilder. Look what he had to go through. You're attracting the wrong people. I mean, I could have $100 million in the bank, bro, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be the cheapest guy in the world, bro.
He lying to y'all. He lying to y'all.
That's what you say it's question, but it's inevitable.
Listen. Y'all gonna listen. I'm gonna tell you what Norm's gonna do. Y'all remember when Oscar and Madonna they bought they abs and shit? He gonna come out like that. He gonna come out like that with the with a whole new setup, with a whole 8-pack for no reason. Like why?
No bullshit.
The BBL fucking 8-pack. He gonna come out with the 8-pack like yo. I was in the gym doing a little something.
Bro, no bullshit, bro. No bullshit. The only way you would know I have money is if you came to my house. I would have
y'all know, what's the memes that says Listen, if I hit the lotto, I'm not gonna say anything, but there will be signs.
Oh yeah, niggas gonna come to my crib. My crib's gonna be talking to you. My man Gerald says the court of public opinion has ruined a lot of people. It happens with money and relationships. The true healthy relationships never see the light of social media. You don't have to post. No, absolutely. And that man has to post all the time about how much money he has. Listen, I'm telling you right now, bro, I can have $100 million in the bank. Nobody's gonna know, bro. Nobody. My parents are gonna be good. My kids are gonna be good. I don't even want to tell my kids because they're already spoiled. You know what I mean? But it's just like, bro, like
the kids would want to set your ass up.
Bro, buying an $18 million watch and publicizing it is absolutely absurd. What are you gonna do with that? Oh, look at Odell Beckham. You're right. Odell told you how fast 100 million goes.
Lifestyle. Now Odell wild. He wild. And yo, 100 million is 100 million. 100 million. 100 million go fast. Yo, if you talking about 100 million, go, come on, man. Yo, you're not giving hope for the middle class. You could tell if you go sit there and tell the world that 100 million going, come on, bro. You was wilding too.
Bro, listen.
Rookie, you cannot. I'm not trying to hear that 100 million. 100 million is not. It basically is not enough for the what lifestyle you trying to live.
Joe, I'm gonna break it down to you. Rookie year, I was around Odell a lot, right? I was around the Giants a lot, so this shit was crazy. And I remember Gerald told me this shit, and it stuck in my head. He said, "The people with the least amount of money end up spending more on the cars." And I was like, "Yeah, whatever." I'm hanging out. I'm at the game, right? Now, I'm not even bullshitting you, bro. You got Rolls Royces, you got all types of crazy cars lined up, right? And all these players going in there, right? And Eli Manning pulls up. He was driving a Toyota, bro.
You know why? Because Eli Manning is investing his money to make money. That's the problem. A lot of people you're not allowing your money to make money for you. Y'all just spending and spending and spending and spending.
Bro,
and a lot of this shit y'all spending on lose value in the next year or two. You know what I mean? Like the jewelry, the cars get fucking deep. You know what I'm saying? They lose value. It's cool to have nice things. I'm not knocking that, but it's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? To make, you know what I'm saying, to get a return on your investments.
But
nothing. Just spending money just because you got. Oh, I get it back. It ain't no thing. Like I said, I got a lot of close friends in the boxing world. Some of them we personally we all know and see. Now they're telling you, oh, I ain't got a dime to my name. I ain't got it. Oh, now I will go out here and give everybody the fucking shirt off my back. And they're like, yeah,
how about this?
30 million entourages and shit. Now you can't even pay for Uber Eats.
Let me ask you a question. And I don't want to make this a race thing, a cultural thing, but why does it only happen, or it seems to mostly happen in the hip hop culture? I just watched Sebastian Telfair. If you guys get a chance, go online and put a Sebastian Telfair.
Motherfuckers act like, oh, I came from the bottom, so you know what I'm saying. I deserve to be out here. You know what I'm saying. I everything I get now, I deserve it. I work for it, and that's cool and that's right. But at the same time,
Sebastian Telfair, right? Coney Island, Sebastian Telfair made over $20 million in the NBA. Now check this out. He came straight out of high school, got a $13 million deal with Adidas, and is now living in the projects. Antoine Walker, I think it is, as well, blew a $130 million contract. I mean, it's just these things that this culture, especially the hip hop culture, they glorify the dumbest shit.
You can go ahead and say it. You can say sometimes the black culture.
The hip hop culture.
Nah, it ain't just hip hop. It's motherfucker. You just playing as athletes. The fuck.
Yes, but you don't hear Tom Brady going broke. You don't hear it.
Tom Brady is not the black culture.
Watch the culture, bro.
And Tom Brady, Tom Brady is like, yo, hold up. Let me go put some money to the side for Randy and invest.
Exactly.
Because I can't play football forever.
Yeah.
Just like yo, same thing on music. The sound changes. You see Jay-Z slow the hell down, and what he started doing, putting his money to another other thing. Same thing. Yo, one thing even with Nas, you know what I'm saying? Nas was going through it. When I'm saying let's be with the whole Khalid situation. Nas was going through it. You know what I mean? But
about it.
Nas out here, you know what I'm saying? He's putting in money in the businesses. He's building a casino out in, you know what I'm saying, out in Queens. You gotta, like I said, you gotta think about life after whatever you're doing now, and you know what I'm saying, in your future. You can't just always live for the moment.
And you gotta put yourself around good people. You can't put around
Stop with the 30-man entourages. Half of these motherfuckers, you don't even know their fucking first name.
50 Cent said when he got money, he surrounded himself with people that had more money. Like, he was like, yo, how'd you do this? How you think he got with vitamin water? Like Jay-Z's not a hip-hop cat no more. When do you see a hip-hop event? No, he's rubbing elbows with the commissioner of the NFL.
Jay-Z at the point, he puts out the album just because he's bored if he wants to. You know what I'm saying? He's not worried about what, you know what I'm saying? He's just doing it for the love of he's just doing it basically for the love of the sport. But at the same time, Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, he got money in other places that we probably don't even know about. But you know what I'm saying? But his money is making money for him.
He said, what kind of Toyota? I don't even remember. It was just some like, I think it was like a big truck. And it was like he got out the car. I think he was sponsored by Toyota as well. But bro, like, who was I just watched Gronkowski. I don't know if you know Gronkowski is the tight end for when he played for New England, Tampa Bay.
Oh, we all know. Come on, we all know Gronk. Come on, man.
Gronk said, this is crazy. He said he made $70 million in the NFL, right? And he never touched a dollar of the money.
So exact. So what the fuck is Odell talking about then? With 100, with 100, with 100 million, with 100.
Do they? And there's another thing. School, they don't really teach financial literacy. They don't teach financial literacy.
That's some real shit though. Because like even with like my fight purses, I really didn't really touch them like that. Only like I use my sponsorship. Like I took care of my team and everything. All my sponsors and endorsement money that was coming in just from getting in the ring, wearing the patches and logos. Like I'm big on them. I'm big on, you know what I'm saying, like fighters. Even today. Get y'all somebody that can get y'all some endorsements and some sponsors, like, you know what I mean, especially fighters that's young. They're not gonna be making a lot of money to begin with from these purses. But if you get, like, I mean, Ryan Garcia was making bags off of sponsors alone. Yeah.
But it's just like these kids, man. And again, that's why I feel like, and as much as I grew up with the hip hop culture, that's all you saw. Cash Money Millionaires. Like everything was with dough. It was never any, and you know, Floyd being such an influential individual with money, he really believed that character. Now he's in a bad situation. When I seen Odell Beckham's interview, I could not believe what I was watching. Like,
bro, I just had a conversation yesterday. I was talking to my management. We was just talking about, like, yo, what can I and can't have endorsed on, you know what I'm saying, on my trunks, even with the BKFC. Like, you know, like for instance, they have an energy drink. Okay, I can't have a competing energy drink. They have, you know what I mean, they have maybe a law, because we was gonna go to a law firm. Then it was like, oh, we already got a law firm. Yeah. Yada. So like that's one thing, like fighters, y'all gotta do y'all homework in terms of you know what I'm saying, going for these sponsors. Because like I want every fight, I'm on like, yo, what sponsors can I have? How much can we get from them? What deals can we create? I mean, even down to the point where we was even BKFC even said to us, they said they never had someone come to them and be like, okay, what if we bring you a replacement sponsor, and then we also, you know, so you take this bulk, and then Jamel will get a cut from whatever, yada yada yada. You gotta be smart. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yo, surround yourself with people that know what the hell they're doing in terms of you know what I'm saying, to make your life a lot better. I'm not even thinking about my purse. I'm trying to get the most out of sponsorship and endorsements.
No, but think about this. This is why I'm not even a boxing fan of Bud. I think Bud's a great fighter. But Bud did an interview with Shannon Sharp. And Shannon Sharp's like, oh, you don't fly this, you fly private. And Bud's like, dude, I got a fucking, I think it was like a pickup truck, like a really expensive. And he's like, bro, it goes the same. Why would I spend $500,000 on it? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, this is what people need to follow. Like seriously. And Bud got money. Bud's not broke. He has investments. He's big in real estate. He is a very smart.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was working with Bud, training with Bud, I don't think I ever seen Bud would pull up with, like, he used to always drive his blue pickup everywhere. I mean, when we go from Omaha to Colorado Springs, he pack everything up in the blue pickup, and he just everything to pick up. You know what I mean? He might. I think the flashiest that I've seen him in was maybe Dodge Demon. You know
Bro,
what I
I've
mean? And
never
that's
seen him.
I don't never see him in here. I don't see him in no Lambos, none of that.
He's the polar opposite in regards to personality when it comes to Floyd. When you
But he
watch,
put his money into investment in properties and in technology and everything.
but not only that, if you watch him, you don't see Bud with big chains and big earrings, and you don't see any of that shit. Bud be pulling up in a sweatsuit, bro. Every time I see Bud, I'm like, damn, bro, like that's kind of crazy. Like that shit don't move him, and that's something that I think a lot of these kids need to model themselves over. But again, it's unfortunate when we see Floyd going through what he's going through and still has to fake the funk. And it's unfortunate, but I want to get off of that subject. Shout out to my guy, Joe, absolute boxing in the building. But yeah, man, it's unfortunate that Floyd is going crazy. And the thing about it too, all of the people that he was with that were making the money, Leonard Ellerby, Al Heyman, they're not with him anymore. So like, I don't know who the fuck is around Floyd or whatnot, but it's very unfortunate. What we're saying.
18 women. Yeah, Bud learned from Warren Buffett.
Yeah. Bud learned well from Warren Buffett. They don't wait. Yeah, like who cares, bro? Honestly, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do want a Rolex. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do want a Rolex, but that's more of like a collectible thing. That's just me. But I'm not going out here and paying for a $500,000 car. I'm just not doing that shit. I'm sorry. I like vacations, taking my kids to Disney and doing stuff like that and hooking up the house. But again, this is the culture. Moving forward, Richardson Hitchens, still the hottest name to call out in boxing. And now Frank Martin has joined the party and has called him out. Hitchens has not signed a fight recently, backing out of a Jermaine Ortiz fight, basically for better endeavors. But everybody seems to be calling the man out. What's your take on everybody calling out my man?
Boxing is either two things. Let's be real.
Okay.
Either people calling you out because they figured, you a big money fight. Let's be, they can fight you and make a lot of money, or they feel that you could be the weakest link, in terms of the champions. Simple as that. So you could take it however you want it. Right now, especially with him keep turning down fights or for whatever reason, fighters, we see that we look at that as weak, as if you're avoiding, taking that L for whatever reason, or if you're not confident in your abilities. So a lot of fighters may keep, oh, he not who we think he is. I'm gonna go for his belt. I'm gonna go for his belt. And so even like absolute jokes. I'm saying that's how fighters. If fans see it, you best believe fighters, they managers and promoters. Like, think about it, bro. You rarely seen promoters or managers always go for the hardest. They call out for the hardest task. They don't. You rarely see it. I mean, for me, I'll be real with y'all. True story. Bob Arum came. I'll never forget. Bob Arum came to me right before I fought for the title. He comes to me. He said, Jamel, we got two world champions. We got two world champions on the roster. At the time, it was Ito. It was Ito and Burchell. Me personally, I was thinking about, the WBC. Burchell was the man. He, I wanted to fight Burchell. And then, but my team was like, nah, why would you want to do that? Go. If you go for the lesser evil of the two, go for Ito first, and then come back around and you'll make more in the unification with Burchell. But the point is, my team and everyone felt around me that Ito was the easier of the two. And not to say he was weak, but if I had, like I said, if you got to pick your poison, I went with I had to go with fighting Ito, but that's when we had Burchell there ringside.
Yeah.
And I called for that fight, but I never got it. But yeah, I wanted to, as a fighter, I wanted to fight everybody and that nature. But teams management, they look at okay, who can we go for the lesser, the less risk. And a lot of people are looking at probably Rich as the lesser of the four champions. Because who you got? You got Teal, but you got Teal. He's tied up. Yeah. You got Gary Russell. You got Matias. Then you got him.
Think about it, bro. About that 140.
Huh?
No, you're right. It is. I thought it was triple.
That's
But
what I'm saying.
I'll tell you this.
Yeah, I thought, I would. L, you know, I wanted that Bichelle fight. I thought I could. You know, so I knew he was gonna come strong, but I felt like he was one dimensional, but easy to box. But it was like, why would you want to go for the king and make a lesser bag when you can go take this belt, double up or triple up your money for a unification matchup, and then go for that? But Bob Arum, he actually gave me, you know, what I'm saying, the option, the choice to choose, you know, what I'm saying, where I wanted to go, for who I wanted to pick. And you know, we just went with Ito, but then you see what happened after Ito. Oscar Valdez comes, because I remember at one point I was supposed to fight Oscar Valdez, because Oscar, people forget, long before even Shakur was my mandatory in Lamont, when Oscar Valdez had the WBO featherweight title, and the WBO, anytime a reigning champion in the divisions below moves up and they're still a champion, they automatically get the mandatory. So we was like, okay, cool. After I basically fought Lamont, I was like, okay, I need to fight somebody with a name. That's the reason why I went and fought Carl Frampton. But before then, I wanted to fight Oscar Valdez, and Oscar Valdez team respectfully reached out to my team and was like, you know, we respected Jamel. We're gonna just go this route to Burchell. And then we seen what happened from there when Oscar took Burchell's money, and then, you know, Shakur ended up getting WBO title at featherweight. Then he moved up, was my mandatory, and then, you know, the rest is history. But that's how boxing plays out.
I will say this, and I love the fact that you said the two choices would be if he's a big money fight or if he's the easiest out of the champions. And he's not the biggest money fight at 140. Let's be honest. So clearly people see him as the weakest link. And it's crazy because I don't know if it wasn't the Campos fight. He did get hurt the fight before that. And I remember Keyshawn Davis bringing it up and him denying it. But I do feel like people do view him as the weakest. Why do they feel like he is the weakest? I don't know. But Keyshawn Davis is jumping at the opportunity to fight him. Frank Martin calling out. There's so many people calling out Africa right now. And
Barry Russell called him out, and it got quiet. Then I hate when another world champion calls you out. I'm not saying Rich said it, but then you get the teams and be like, oh, he got to get his name up. Like, bro, y'all are both world champions, and neither one of y'all are on a Canelo, Floyd, De La Hoya type level to be talking about something. You know, you got to, come on, man.
My man Joe says, do you think Hitchens is waiting for the unification of the interim belt that Matias drops? Did Matias drop in the belt?
Matias is not the interim title. He's not the interim champion. There's but the fight for the interim title. Y'all forget. The interim champion, but the WBC is who Lamont Roach is for. Pitbull.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
Matias is a full-fledged WBC champion.
Yeah, I feel like, and I'm
let's be real, people. Let's be honest though. People thought that he avoided that fight because at one point, his claim was he didn't want to fight for the IBF title because of the rehydration clause. Matias loses, then he fights for the same belt against Leon Pyro with the same fucking stipulations of the hydration clause, and still has that title right now, and you still got to do the rehydration clauses. So like, people looked at that and was like, you just didn't want to fight Matias for whatever. Listen. We can go on and all day, but like at the same time, when people start breaking shit down, you like with these fans that you can't fool the people. You can't fool the people. And these fighting and the fans are seeing it. You best believe these fighters and their teams are seeing it as well. Now, he says he is a big announcement. That's cool. I hope I'm looking forward to it because, like I said, I believe Rich can fight. He can fight. But
you think he's the weakest of the champions at 140?
The way it's looking like that, yeah.
Why do you think that?
Okay, Matias was like, he gone, whatever. This motherfucker's a fucking machine. He's gonna keep coming. Gary Russell, right? Gary Russell is a bully. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Gary Russell is a bully. And he's gonna, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna keep pressing, you know what I'm saying, and try to break you down. Yeah. Teofimo Lopez, you know, he's the man right now. Tio, like I said, you get Tio on a good night, Tio give anybody issues, you know what I mean? But right now, Tio's tied up. So, like, you know, people looking around like, I don't see nobody calling out Gary Russell. I don't see nobody calling out Gary Russell. I don't see nobody calling out Matias. But everybody keep coming from Rich Neck.
You know what's crazy? I kind of agree with you, but I don't. I think he beats Matias, and I think he beats him soundly.
That's cool. Like I said, he has the tools. We're talking about people looking on the outside. We're not talking about the champion versus champion. We're talking about why you ask why are these fighters keep calling him out?
Yeah.
Frank Martin. Who else? Like I said, Gary Russell called him out, and we didn't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Gary called him out on Twitter. We ain't get no response on that one.
My man Africa's gonna hold it down. He's gonna surprise you.
Yeah, Africa is skill. He got the skill, but you gotta again. And he's actually. I'm not saying he doesn't. He's not worthy of the pay that he's asked for. But you gotta build your resume in order for you to even get those. To get those type of paydays. No one's gonna just give you those paydays because you feel like you have the skill set. Whatever. You gotta show the people that why you deserve these big paydays. You gotta put these asses in seats. You gotta start filling up these motherfucking arenas.
But that's why he fought Kambosos and he knocked him out.
What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking in the comments? Because like I said, Rich, I mean, fuck, Norbs is gonna ride, and I get it. Eric is my guy too, but I'm just saying, I love Coach Eric. Coach Eric, a cool dude. He's a good trainer. Rich is a hell of a fighter, but you gotta fight the fights. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta fight the fights. You know what I'm saying? Like I was always told, the money is in the fights. You keep winning, the purses go up. They don't go down on stakes. You keep in boxing, you keep winning, the money goes up, y'all. But you gotta fight the fights. We don't want to see. I mean, again, he had to do what he had to do, but we don't want to see a Kambosos. We don't want to see a second Kambosos type of fight.
No, absolutely. But I got my man Low Nose Boxing in the building, and Low Nose Boxing. Low, what up? Low, you there? I don't know. I don't hear Low. Oh, my bad, Low. I had you on mute. What's up, Low?
Yeah, it was good. Happy New Year's, man. God bless you and the family, man. Yo, Jamel, shout out to you too, my brother.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, my brother.
It's everything good, man?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think Africa's the weakest at 140 pounds? Because Jamel feels as if a lot of people are targeting him because they feel he's the weakest. What do you think?
No. I think Africa, in terms of skills, in terms of it sounds like we're on a delay. Let me see if I can hear you right. And we're on delay. Can you hear me good in real time?
You're good.
No. Absolutely not. I think in terms of skills, I think Africa is the second best, and I'm gonna rank them. I'm gonna rank Africa as the damn. Let me ask you a question. Do you got StreamYard on your joint?
Yeah, I'm on StreamYard.
Yeah, I know
right
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I do you on StreamYard? Call Stream instead on the phone because it sounds like I'm echoing.
All right.
No, you good.
I mean, you sound good, but I'll send you the link if you want.
Yeah, no, because I hear myself echoing. I want to make sure I'm on real time hearing you guys. Cause I don't want to talk. You know what I mean?
No, you sound good, bro. That's your phone.
All right, say no more.
Yeah.
I believe Africa is the second best junior welterweight in terms of skills.
Yeah.
But the problem with Africa is that he's talking heavy. He's calling dudes out.
Yeah.
But he's not getting the fights. Like Keyshawn came up there and took that Jermaine Ortiz fight from Africa. The only one that's doing worse is Gary Antoine because he ain't fighting nobody.
He got a fight lined up.
Yeah, but who is he fighting though? Africa, at least he stopped Kambosos. At least Africa defeated. Yeah, but who is he fighting though?
I believe it's mandatory.
Yeah, it's mandatory.
Exactly. I don't know who he is. But Africa beat the nigga that beat Matias, right? He beat Liam Parrow.
Mm-hmm.
He outboxed the shit out of him. And then he put Kambosos in a body bag. It's just a shame that I feel that Africa might be having some promotional issues going on, man. Because for me, one of the best fights that I want to see in 2026 is either Africa versus Russell, Africa versus Matias, or Africa versus Keyshawn. And I don't know what's going on with that.
Well,
you know what I mean?
From what I've spoken to the people in his camp, Africa wants the bigger fights.
Right.
With Antoine Russell, Antoine Russell, he said that he wanted him to get his name up a little bit more. But I mean, Keyshawn Davis is the big name. Keyshawn Davis moving up to 140. He agreed to fight him in March. Is that the next announcement? I don't know. I was told that there will be announcements for Africa in the next couple weeks, and it's supposed to be for February or March. So they're saying it's going to be some big announcements. So I mean, I'm putting my faith in these individuals. I think Africa.
But I agree with him. Rich is a skill to the motherfucker. Like we just like again, it just people really base off everything going from what they see on the outside. You know what I mean? The things that he may say here and there, but yeah, Rich is technical as fuck. You know what I mean? He got an amateur. Amateur pedigree behind him. He is also an Olympian. We just want to, like I said, we just want to see him, and we just would rather see him more in the ring, and then, you know what I'm saying, less talking out of it. But it is what it is.
But a lot of these kids think that the talking is what's going to bring up the Twitter stuff, and you know, and he's doing more.
Back it up though. After a while, you got to just get in the ring. Just get in the ring. Just get in the ring. Stay busy.
If anybody wants to call up, 470-239-5601 is the number. But yeah, continue. What you saying, my man's? Nope.
It's disappointing though, you know what I mean? Because Africa, you know, he's managed by Keith Connolly, who's Steele's manager.
Yep.
But to my knowledge, I guess he don't got a great relationship with the promoter Eddie Hearn. So they're like freezing Africa out. You know what I mean?
That could be it too. No, that's how it be. I think wasn't he on his last fight with them? So you know what I'm saying? You never know what could be going on.
Yeah, sure. I didn't know that.
And the shit is 140 for me. 140 is my favorite division, right? And we don't got no unifications there, bro. This is why I'm not rushing for Teal to go to 147 after he beats Shakur. Assuming he does, because that's not easy. Let me not talk like I'm looking past it, but I'm confident in my guy. I don't care for 147 because besides Devin Haney, that's a dead division there. They got some good guys, but 140, bro, you're in a division, and Teal's my favorite fighter, and I'm happy he got this fight. I'm a little bit disappointed at his run at 140 because the majority of his run was that fucking fake retirement from Josh Taylor, that fight. And then he fought Jermaine Ortiz and Steve Claggett, right? Those aren't bad wins. But we're talking about divisions that had Subaru Matias. They had Devin. You had Pyro. Like, bro, he had a division where if you clean that division out, this era of 140, you can possibly go down as the greatest or one of the greatest 140 pounders of all time. But he didn't clean the division out. Don't get me wrong. Being Shakur trumps all that because Shakur is a generational talent. But still, I still want to see Teal, if he beats Shakur, which I believe he will, I want to see him at least take two more guys at 140 before he goes to 147 to challenge Devin Haney, who I feel is going to wipe out 147 because the Kings are the best fighters in those divisions. No, at their best, nobody's beating them. Shakur, Devin, Teal, and Tank, whenever he's ready to start boxing again, they're going to clean out the division they're going to fight in. The only ones that's going to beat them is them. You know what I'm saying? Teal, Shakur, Devin, Tank, Teal, Shakur, Devin. Those are the only guys, in my opinion, that are the cream of the crop. And then you got the other guys who are going to give them good fights, like Subaru Matias, like Richardson Hitchens, like Gary Antoine, like Troy Schofield. You know what I mean? But those guys are the cream of the crop. And we're getting the first official fight from the cream of the crop January 31st in New York City.
Yeah. I mean, I agree and I don't agree, to be honest with you. I think Teal Shakur, to me, are the two best out of all of them. That's what I believe. I think these are the two. I think the face is Gervonta. You know, I think Devin's there, but I don't know, man. Let me take this next call. I got you, Lo. Hold on.
Appreciate you, brother.
My man, Biscuits in the building. My man, Absolute Boxing. What's good, brother? You live?
Yes, sir. How you guys feeling this evening?
We good, man. We live. We live and direct. What's up? What you think about Hitchens?
Man. I mean, just to give my quick rundown, I'd like to hear you guys' opinion. Like, I know we talked about how a weak resume. Well, we just talk about like why people are coming at him. So if we look at how everything shaked out with him. I was high on Hitchens, just like we all are at one point. But then he goes and he beats Liam Perro, and Liam Perro beat Matias at his own game. Mm-hmm. So Liam Perro went to Brazil, right, or Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And beat Matias in his own backyard at his own game and won the belt. And then Perro fights Hitchens in Puerto Rico again. And Hitchens, you know, he beat Perro pretty good. But then, like, his first order of business was to call out Kambosos, which you literally just fought the best fighter from Australia and beat him for the belt. And then you want to fight a lesser fighter from Australia just because of what he was talking trash.
More just for the notoriety. Let's be real.
I get it. Well, Kambosos' claim to fame is just beating Teofimo Lopez.
Yes,
but there's no other claim to fame.
Yeah, but he's still a big star.
I get it. So my question, so like before, like his questionable win against Lemos, to where Keyshawn Davis fights Lemos and knocks him out in the first or second round, to where Hitchens couldn't even, he barely got through 10 rounds with him. Like, it's just night and day. And I understand styles make fights. I understand that it's a difference between people, but from the naked eye, from a boxing fan looking at it, you're looking at two fighters that are supposed to be at the top of the game at 140, and like, this is the type of performance one fighter has against a career journeyman and a Keyshawn Davis. And so, like, has that type of performance against Lemos. So it's just that eye test, and then the turnaround in Kambosos, and the turnaround to still be off. You've had the belt for 13 months now, and you had one title defense against a subpar Australian fighter where you beat a top Australian fighter to win the belt, and then to turn around and say you don't want to be on one of the biggest cards. Like, it's a bad, right? It's not the right PR move or the best move for you to fight Ortiz on the undercard of Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, which is like the biggest card you could possibly be on to get your stock up. Mm-hmm. So I just think that Hitchens
in New York, also in New York at the Garden in the big room.
Exactly. So just to finish my point, so I can hear your comments, I just think he's taking the Brian Norman Jr. route. Brian Norman Jr. went to Japan to fight Sasaki, got a big payday for that, and smoked a smaller fighter. But then his next big payday is Devin Haney. That was his next. So Brian Norman Jr. wasn't worried about keeping the belt. He was worried about getting the payday while he has the belt. And I think that's the angle that Hitchens is taking, which he shouldn't, because Hitchens has so much talent. But that's just the angle it looks like he's taking. Your thoughts?
Can I get this? So, I mean, speaking to people close to the camp, right, and just being honest with you, they believe Hitchens is the best 140-pound fighter. In fact, they believe that he can go to 147 and challenge Devin Haney, and that's what I've heard. I don't think it's necessarily protecting him or anything like that. They want to make money in the situation. They want, and it's funny. You got Connolly, right, who's one of the biggest promoters. He got what's his name, Berlanga, like $10 million. It's a crazy number. So they're looking for the big checks, and some of these names, Jermaine Ortiz is not going to get him there. So I understand why he fought Kambosos, but you are right. People want to see him now win those big fights. And, I want to see him fight the big fights, but I feel like they're being very selective in his ex-opponent because they don't want to lose momentum in a sense, even though he has lost momentum. What do you think, Jamal?
I'm just looking at the people in the chat. They're speaking, bro.
Yeah, they are.
As fans, like, I mean, Rich is skilled as hell, but like, again, we don't like fans. And I get it. Get your money, because that boxing window was very small. At the same time, though, you gotta fight somebody, bro. You can't. Everybody ain't gonna be the. How many motherfuckers out there? Matter of fact, is the big money fight. But there's a lot of fighters that have a good name. You can't tell me that Jermaine Ortiz is not a good. And not because I fought Jermaine. That's not, I'm saying. But Jermaine fought. He fought me. He fought. I'm saying. He fought Tio. He fought Lomachenko. You not like it's a good name on the resume.
It is, but
I want to keep. No, I'm not. And you too. I don't want to keep hearing that. I don't want to keep hearing that. Jermaine Ortiz. They go Jermaine Ortiz. But Jermaine Ortiz. Okay, in terms of names, who's fought more names then?
No. But what I'm going to say about Jermaine is, you seen what happened when he fought Tio, it was not a very good fight, and it
That
hurt
was
Tio.
one fucking fight.
But that's what I'm saying. He has the ability. Listen, they want Africa to go in there, accomplish it, and that's what they do with Campos. Go in, knock him out, get
And
people.
those who have history, from what I've seen, they have history. They fought each other in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? They got hits. But I'm not gonna hear that about, because the same thing. Okay, you're gonna say that about Jermaine. He probably said the same thing about my man Tio for that fight. But Tio's, you know what I'm saying? Tio fighting Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Cut it out.
I'm just saying they want.
You gotta fight somebody. We don't want to hear that shit.
They want.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, no, I don't want to hear the excuse from people saying that. Oh, Jermaine isn't. I don't want to hear it.
I'm just saying, Jermaine has the ability to make you look bad, even if
that's the thing. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. But we're not gonna sit there and try to knock Jermaine like come on, bro.
What are you saying?
That's a name. See, Norm, you're coming to the camp, right? The camps, and you all with the camp, your boys with the camp, and you're acting with your boys. Come on, bro, you're being biased. You love being biased, and I appreciate that about you. You ride with people,
Africa, but I understand why you can fight Jermaine Ortiz.
You ride with people, and I appreciate that, Norm. I love that about you. But I ride with nobody, because the fact of the matter is, I put the.
For those who's watching, you gotta remember Norbs is from Brooklyn also. So let's
And Mel, and look, Jamel, you got that. You've been in the business, the business, and you speak the business side. I'm going to be honest. How I speak from, I don't care about the business side, even though how I speak, people believe I don't understand the business side, but I fully understand the business side and I get it. But I speak as a fan. I speak as a boxing fan that is looking at boxing, and how I see what your boy Africa is doing. This is not a good look for him to be quote unquote ducking people just to try to find a payday, or just to try to find something that makes them look better and to make more money for another chance to hold on to the belt for another fight, to get 2 fights out of 2026 as opposed to just getting 1. It's just not a good look for him from the boxing fans' point of view.
I trust Connolly. Connolly guy.
I fuck with no, but you gonna sit there and try to tell me, oh, what the fuck you just said a few minutes ago? You talk about Kambosos? Oh, he's a popular fighter.
He is popular. I'm not gonna
in Australia.
That's what Devin Haney did
in Australia. I'm gonna tell you all the real story. True story. And I'm not even exaggerating. True. I thought I had lost the fight to Shakur. They came to me. They came to me and was like, they wanted me to fight George Kambosos after that fight. You know why? They didn't feel that George Kambosos was that. They came to my man Luda Bella. Luda Bella didn't confirm this. They came to me for that fight, and I was going to take it. I actually did say, yo, make the fucking fight. He had majority of the belts anyway at 35. I told him to make the fight. Then Devin Haney, when Devin Haney came, when he remember at one point in time, Devin was talking about the whole. This is during the pandemic, I think, when. Yeah. The whole they had to take the Devin didn't want to take the shot, whatever, to go travel and yada yada yada. And so they was like, when that was going on, they called me up and was like, Jamel, how you feel about fighting George Kambosos in Australia? I said, shit, I ain't care. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I said, I'm not knocking Kambosos, you know what I'm saying? Because George, you know what I'm saying, he did his thing, he made his money, you know what I mean? He did a lot, he's accomplished more than people thought. But it was, for me, I was like, shit, make it. But then, you know what I'm saying, Devin and his team was like, okay, they did what they had to do, and then that's when they took it. But you gonna sit there and tell me, oh, George, bro, a lot of people, and George Kambosos had to move up from 35 to 140. Don't forget that. You left that part out too. You left that part. That was his first fight at 140. You left that part out too.
He did.
All I'm saying is this, but Jermaine Ortiz ain't worthy.
Listen, my man Africa's about to bounce back. He's about to have.
Jermaine Ortiz ain't worthy, right?
I didn't say he wasn't worthy.
I hope you're right.
That's not what I said. Those are not the words that I said. But my man, but let's move forward. We got a question for the chat. My man Joe McCoy says, real question, what makes Tank one of the best? He's knocked out a bunch of people who was at the top. Ryan has beat who without cheating. Pitbull draw without Lamont. Same with him. Real quick, what makes Tank one of the best? I think that's the question. I mean, you want to answer that?
It's for you. It's for you. You keep saying the face of box. It's for you.
Well, hold on.
Look, hold on. Look, let me
American boxing.
Let me give you my 2 cents, and then I'm gonna hop off here because you guys can keep doing your thing. My 2 cents on Tank is not one of the best because of his resume. Tank has never tried to unify. Tank is a people's champ. He's taking guys that are moving up or guys that are past their prime, or he has fought. He's fought Cruz. He's fought a couple guys he fought Leo Santa Cruz moving up, Martin moving up. He's fought guys like that, but he's fought guys and knocked them out. He's very spectacular. He puts butts in seats. He sells tickets. He makes money, and I think he's more of a people's champ more so than a best of all time kind of champ. And he made very intelligent moves, and you know what? Good for him for making them money fights. Maybe Africa needs to take a page out of his book. I don't know what to tell you, but that's
you gotta knock these motherfuckers out. Then you know what I'm saying. People love. Let's be real. Boxers, fight fans. We love knockouts.
Let me.
Yes, and yes. Well, hold on. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go act a fool in the chat, and then I'm just gonna hang out and talk and just listen to you guys. So our pleasure being on here. Thanks, guys. Norbs, you're awesome. Mel, Semper Fi, you're awesome. Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna say this. Tank, I've always said it, is not a Hall of Famer. Tank is not an all-time great. Tank is not gonna go in there in the Mount Rushmore, right? And it's just being honest. I don't classify him as that. When I said Tank was the face of boxing, it's simply because of the draw. People love him. Tank puts butts in seats. Absolutely. Tank, he fought Pitbull and Pitbull. I don't got Pitbull as one of the top fighters. I don't got Frank Martin. When he beat what's the Mexican dude? Not De La Santa. What the hell's his name?
Leo Santa Cruz?
Santa Cruz. He brought him, he was a 126-pound fighter. Let's be real. I don't believe he's a great fighter. I believe he's a great talent that has not met who's underachieved, but he's so popular. People love Tank. But that's why I say he's the face, because if Tank were to come back today, wake up tomorrow morning and say, hey guys, I'm back. Nothing else is going to be talked about in boxing but what Tank got to say. That's what Tank is. But I can't. Tank is a great fighter. He's a great talent. Tank is a great talent. He has the ability to be a great fighter. He has the ability to be the best 135-pound fighter, but he does not have the desire to be great. There are guys like Kobe Bryant, and then there's Tank Davis. Some guys want to be great and beat the best. That's not Tank Davis. And again, it doesn't change the fact that he is top 5 biggest names in the sport, hands down. And in America, probably the biggest fighter. I can't name a bigger fighter than Tank Davis in America. That's my point. You know what I mean? No, my man Justice. It was. He made Pitbull a household name. I didn't know who the fuck Pitbull was. I thought he fought Tank.
Motherfucker, you knew who Pitbull was. Cut it out.
Not like that. Now they're talking about part 2. I don't want to see part 2, by the way. I heard rumors that Tank said he's going to fight in his comeback Pitbull Cruz, which I don't want to see. Please don't fight Pitbull. Fight somebody else. Fight. Come on, man. There's too many guys to fight at 135 to fight Pitbull, man. But listen. Did I say anything wrong, Jamel, in that aspect?
I'm not disagreeing or agreeing with you. I don't need everybody in my inbox coming from my neck.
Oh God. 713 you're live with Jamel and Norbs on the 10A podcast. What's up?
Yo, Jamel, Norbs, what's happening?
What's going on, brother? How are you?
Oh, what's good, Al?
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, bro.
Happy New Year, brother.
Word up. Just wanted to call in. I ain't hopping on. I ain't coming on with y'all, but I just figured I'd hop on and give y'all a call. Say what's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro.
You know what's crazy? I expected L to sound more black. He sounds Puerto Rican. I don't understand, L. Rican? I thought I'm talking about Puerto Rican.
Tell him I got Puerto Ricans in my family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he do. Yeah, my 2 big bros ain't. Shit. We can go down the line later on. We got Puerto Ricans in the family.
What do you think about the statement I made about Tank? I think he's a great talent, but not a great fighter. I know Tank wanted to kill me for saying that, but I'm just being honest. What's your take on Tank?
Tank. he came in, you know, like Tank came in as a featherweight, lightweight, the way Mike Tyson came into the heavyweight division. You know, he was knocking everybody out, like Teddy Atlas said. You know, Mike Tyson was his comet. You know what I'm saying? But Tank, he has some longevity left. You know, so we still don't know like what fights he's gonna make, what type of big money fights he's gonna get into. We don't know what type of adversity fights he's gonna get into yet. You know what I mean? So
I don't think he's gonna fight anybody. To be honest.
I don't know. I mean, he has to go back and fight. What's the name? Roach. He has to go back and fight Roach.
He's being spiteful.
Calling for it.
He's being spiteful though. He's like, I'm not gonna fight Lamont, but I'll fight Pitbull. Like, I'm like, come on, dude. Like, what? Tank. I mean, Tank is a very awkward individual, and I've heard people that have been close to him said that him actually come out and say that he will die with his own. He's another one that doesn't want to take a loss. I don't think Tank Davis can take an L and survive in the sport. I don't think he's that type of fighter. And I think and again, it's okay to fear to lose, but at the same time, sometimes the loss makes you greater. And I don't think he can face adversity. He doesn't bro, I made a tweet saying he wasn't a Hall of Famer and he cursed me out. So imagine if he was taken out. Like,
But I mean, anybody that's in boxing, any competitor, is any competitor really scared to lose? Because that's what comes with the sport. Yeah. Somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. Like there's a rare occasion you get that draw, but every competitor in boxing, I don't really think that they are scared to lose. I think it's more so what's going to happen, what they stand to lose if they lose that fight. Like what Jamel said before, he wanted to get the title against Ito, looked further down the road towards the unification with Burchell, and Oscar Valdez came in and mixed up some plans. Like guys are trying to look past their current fighter in front of them a lot of times, I think, So I don't think it's so much so that he's scared to lose, but I think he's scared to lose what might possibly come next, Because any fighter at the top, they like their lifestyle. He likes his lifestyle. He likes the palm trees in front of his house. He likes the multiple cars out there in the driveway. You know what I'm saying? So it's not so much so about the fighting. The fighting aspect is, like any one of us have lost a day in sparring. You know what I'm saying? That's you losing a fight. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's that.
I feel like, and again, mentally, I don't think he's strong. I mean, I've heard rumors when he was in the amateurs and coming up that he didn't take losing well at all. Like he would bicker and like it was crazy. So
Tank was wild, man. I seen Tank ready to tee off on the referee.
I mean,
Tank ain't play no game. He ain't play no games, yo.
Hold on, my man Joe trying to rock the boat. He said, "Now we try to rock the boat. As exciting as he was, is Mike Tyson's career overrated based off resume? What he disrespecting Mike, dog? Like,
I think Mike.
I'm not even answering this.
This the difference. Mike was fighting, and the people, what I'm saying, who was available at the time in his upbringing. Like it wasn't like a stacked division like how we see today. You know what I'm saying? So Mike was fighting whoever they threw him in with. You know what I mean? Shit, Mike tried to fight the George. People forget he tried to fight the George from. You can say what you want, but George was parking motherfuckers too. And that was supposed to be a big fight. He's supposed to fight Evander Holyfield right after the Buster Douglas, you know what I'm saying, the fight and everything there. So Mike was trying to fight them names, but
see,
it just wasn't a stack. It wasn't the heavyweight division wasn't stacked at the time. I mean, think about it. Right now, the heavyweight division is stacked with just more European names. At that time, it was basically a lot of it was ran by Americans at that time. So it was just a different time.
I gotta answer this. So Mike Tyson, first of all, he's one of my heroes. I love everything about Mike. I feel like Mike, and this kind of sound crazy. Customato. I think Customato was the stable figure in his life, and when he passed, I feel like that was the one disciplinary individual that could help Mike, or not necessarily control him, but put him in his place, right? And I feel like once he lost that individual, it was just people coming from from all over the place. So I feel like he lost his discipline, which came from Cuss. And I thought he was, to me, one of the most talented fighters. And even the way Cuss trained him and wanted him to fight, it wasn't just a brute. Like, he was very skilled. He did a lot of things. I thought he was more of a technician. But life, I think, kicked his ass. And once he lost to Buster Douglas, bro, didn't he say he did a fight with gonorrhea? He did mad coke before he fought Buster Douglas. Like, life destroyed his career. And when he ended up going to jail and taking all that time off, he didn't have that same discipline. He didn't have that same teaching. And I feel like life is what hurt Mike Tyson's career. But you lose.
Yeah, a lot of leeches. They was just trying to get the bag off of Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. I think,
but also like during that prison stint, you had a lot of other heavyweights that elevated themselves at the same time. That's when you get into Riddick Bowe.
The Riddick Bowes, the Vanders.
And again, I mean, Lennox Lewis was
the Michael Moores of the world. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, losing to Lennox Lewis is not like it's not a black eye, but like Lennox was one of the greatest fighters ever. Vander Holyfield, one of the greatest.
Let me not bring that up. I was with L that night when I don't want to talk about that night.
Bro, I almost cried when he lost.
What's going on, Mike? I just hit this motherfucker one time, Mike. It's just one time for the one time.
Yeah, man. I mean,
one time for the one time, Mike.
I mean, he fought the names after the adversity. Like,
that's what I'm saying, but he was fighting the names though. He was still trying to fight the names though.
Yeah, I mean, though I think his career was overrated. I wouldn't say overrated. Was it? Did he beat the best? No. Yeah, especially.
We could probably play like semantics with that. You know what I'm saying? We could say life displaced his career because during those prison years, you know what I'm saying? Like, he missed out on some great fights that could have possibly happened. So life, his decisions and his lifestyle displaced his career. I'll leave it at that.
He said those are excuses. Did he win? No, he didn't win. But
it's good. It's the truth. He just when he came out of prison, it was totally different. He was, what I'm saying, at that point in time, he was a spectacle. Let's be real. He was still a main attraction. Everybody, what I'm saying, the Lou Reeses of the world, the Peters and all them. Don King knew what he was doing. That's why Don King's considered one of the greatest promoters. Don King knew what he was doing.
He said life hits everybody. Ali lost 3 years too. So hold on. Mike Tyson, what he won the belt at? Like, was it 20 or something crazy? 20 years old. This is somebody that literally, bro, like, this dude was really in the streets, bro. Like,
I mean, respectfully, Ali wanted that 22. Respectfully, so
bro, literally, I ran into Mike Tyson when I was a kid, and he was flying pigeons. And like, this guy was a legit superstar. So life really, to me, to actually see him and see how people gravitated to him. And like him not really having no type of anyone to check who's gonna check Mike Tyson? Think about that for a second. Nobody. There was only one man that could ever check him, and he passed. So yeah, I'm making excuses. I believe Mike would have had a greater career if he would have had more discipline, similar to Hector Camacho. I love Hector Camacho. I think he's one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen. But the fact that he was doing wild coke and all types of crazy shit, it fucked up his career. And is it an excuse? Yes, but I think it's a legitimate excuse when it comes to these individuals. You know what I mean? I don't know. He said, dog, Mike went to jail. Ali took on the government. Y'all makes excuses. I mean, he did. I mean, some people.
Ali could still train properly because he wasn't in jail or prison during that time. He still had the ability to train properly. Like Mike Tyson was, I don't know what his conditions was. I don't know if it was like, 23-1 or what's going on up in there.
Man, listen, Robin Gibbons. Robin Gibbons, that's what fucked him up. Robin Gibbons is fucking around training with gonorrhea.
Bro, Mike Tyson said he was sleeping with a tiger for 3 years, bro. Like, I'm sorry. That's not a normal fucking guy. Like, he said he bought a trailer. He bought a fucking trailer just so he can travel with the tiger everywhere he went. This is crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't take Mike Tyson criticism well. I really that's somebody I can't speak bad about. I love Mike, man. Like, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, like that goes back to like how you kicked the podcast off, and talking about marriages and relationships with fighters and things of that nature, which is why I made the comment that I made. You know what I'm saying? I told Jamel, care about your happiness in the sport, care about it afterwards. But it's a lot of mental health things that fighters are not handling while they're in the sport, or even if they get out, they don't know about setting boundaries. They don't know about assertive communication. They don't know about spotting manipulation. It's just very difficult for anyone to do if you're not trained on how to do it.
Hold on, G. I'm gonna cuss you out when I get off the phone. You said whose fault? Who fault was it when he went to prison, bro? Shorty came up to his hotel room. What do you think they were gonna play checkers, bro? Like, come on, bro. He ain't raped Shorty, bro. Like, I don't care what anybody says to this day. Mike ain't raped a motherfucking person, bro. I'm gonna keep it real.
I wasn't there.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't there.
I wasn't there. Next topic. We on the Mike Tyson topic,
talk
please.
about Mike, dog. Can't talk about Mike with me, bro. I love Mike.
I'll talk crazy when I'm in the chat. I don't talk crazy when I'm like, if you hear my real voice and I'm speaking to a person, I won't get all crazy and obnoxious like that. But I'll go back in the chat for that.
I thought your name was Julio Ortiz, bro. Like when I heard the voice, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, so do we rank Derrick Rose higher than other PGs? Because I don't rank Tyson over Tyson Fury or Muhammad Ali. I don't rank them. I can't. I don't rank him over Lennox Lewis. I love him. He's my favorite heavyweight ever, but I'm not gonna say he's the best. You know what I mean? But to me, outside of Muhammad Ali, he may be the most influential fighter of all time. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, he's literally an icon.
I would give you that. I would give you that.
He's literally an icon.
Like, motherfucker, 60 years old. They talking about Mike Tyson fighting again. People gonna want to still tune in.
Yeah, I mean, Mike is, bro.
Yeah, still a draw.
Still. I can't say the same for people that beat. I can't say the same. People say,
"All right, bro."
I can't say the same. No offense to nobody. I'm met it, Van. I'm cool with his son. But I don't know if anybody can say if Vander Holyfield will come back for exhibition if they're gonna tune in. Same goes with Lennox. Yeah. Mike Tyson.
Mike, yo, bro.
This is why we have an argument now, because Mike Tyson still. Why are we still talking about Mike Tyson? He's 60 years old, but yeah, we're still arguing about some damn Tyson.
He's an iconic figure. But I got to get to this last subject before we go. It hurts me to talk about Mike, but I'm not gonna. I can't take it. The legend. She's a legend. I'm coming everybody said. Serrano fight this.
125.6 for Miss Amanda Serrano.
Amanda Serrano will be fighting this weekend and announced that this will be her last year boxing. Where does Amanda Serrano rank all time in the women? Is she a Hall of Famer? I think she is.
She's going to the Hall of Fame. Cut it out.
Absolutely.
You can say whatever you want about the resume and all the bullshit, but no offense, women's boxing still growing, but we've seen lesser. We've seen lesser from the 90s and whatever getting to the Hall of Fame. She's going to the Hall of Fame. And it's the end of the story. Shout out to Amanda Serrano. Wishing you all the best over this weekend and whatever you plan on doing.
Yeah, we watching live.
Last year of your career, but she's going to the Hall of Fame. She was, think about it. Say what you want. Her and Katie Taylor still have one of the biggest fucking, view women's boxing matches of all time, despite what anybody can want to say. She brought in numbers. And like I said, she's actually right now, she's an ambassador for women's boxing. She's helping bringing in more women in terms of on a bigger platform and stages, women's boxing. So she's definitely going to go down as one of the best and one of the best fighters from your island, Puerto Rico.
Is she the best that have come out of the island?
We ain't gonna say all that.
Well, is she the most accomplished?
Don't ruin what I just. You know what I'm saying? She a goat. She is a goat. I don't know, but I think the best is personal preference, honestly, bro.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm with you.
But she definitely stamped her name in women's boxing, regardless.
She's the most accomplished fighter of all time. Women. 7 divisions, belts.
I know, but some of them belts we can all agree. Some of them belts we don't really, you know what I'm saying? We didn't really know who, a lot of the, like, you know it too. We didn't really know. We didn't really garner a lot of. It didn't garner a lot of attention. I mean, it's a record. Yeah, it's records.
Manny
But
Pacquiao all of them
in terms of his resume, I can't personally say I know a lot of them women that she fought. But again, when she stepped up to the plate. She moved up weight classes that she probably didn't belong in, but she stepped up to the plate. She fought, you know what I'm saying, fought Katie Taylor. A lot of people felt that a couple of them fights could have went her way. Let's be real. And I'm saying I came up with Katie Taylor in terms of I was there in the same Olympics when I seen Katie Taylor win her first Olympic gold medal. So again, Katie Taylor is nothing to play with. But again, for me, Amanda Serrano is probably one of the hardest hitting women fighters because. I mean, look at her knockout. She's putting shit to bed. You know what I mean? So like again, it's all about personal preference, but she's definitely one of the best to lace them up, and I'll give her that. In terms of if you want to say she's the best ever, that that's a personal preference. Some people may say Clarissa right now. Some people may say Katie Taylor. Layla, you know what I'm saying? People be mean throwing Layla Ali. It's all about saying your personal preference.
One more question.
You got to look at the eras also. Eras are different. Even like we do with basketball. People feel like, you know what I'm saying, MJ is the GOAT. Then you got the era before him that may think Kareem or this one, but you know what I'm saying, and the Bill Russells of the world, whatever. So it's all about, you know what I'm saying, it's different eras and times. The competition was different during these eras as well. So it's all about, for me, personal preference.
Does she fight Alicia Baumgartner?
I don't think so. I think again it's gonna be her her farewell tour type thing. I don't think Alicia is on the list. If anything, in terms of Alicia, I think they're trying to build up her and Caroline Dubois. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't think. And again, Amanda Serrano has made it clear that she was never fighting her proper weight class. I think her proper weight class is what, featherweight. These girls we mentioning are bigger than her. You know what I mean? Even including Alicia Baumgartner is at 130, possibly going to 135 next if they fight Caroline. So again, she fought fucking Katie 2 weight classes above too. So again, I think Amanda Serrano right now is just gonna just put it on cruise control, make her money, then step aside and do the promoter thing alongside with Jake to help usher in more women athletes into boxing.
For some reason, I feel like she's going to end her career with a big fight, and I do believe it's going to be Alicia Baumgartner. I think that because she's such a iconic figure in the sport, and just somebody that loves women's boxing, I believe that she will kind of pass the torch in a sense to Alicia Baumgartner, and because Alicia's going to fight a few more years, and there is no bigger fight for her outside of fighting, of course, Clarissa would be Amanda Serrano. So I think they will fight this year, and I think Amanda fights 2 more times this year. I think Amanda Serrano versus Baumgartner is going to go down, and then she'll probably end her career in Puerto Rico, and then do what she does. But I do believe that Alicia Baumgartner will be a fight for her this year. And I feel like when it comes to Amanda, I feel like she owes it to the sport, or she feels like. I don't think she does, but I think she does feel like she owes it to the sport, and I think she will fight Baumgartner this year.
Oh, what to the sport? She fucking risked everything and and everything for the damn. I mean, risk her damn.
I'm with you. I don't think she does this.
I trilogy with Katie Taylor. Oh shit.
No, she doesn't. But I think her loving boxing so much, I just don't see her leaving without.
That's different. But I don't think she don't owe nobody shit.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I think she feels like she may have to do it. So I think she's. She said Amanda beats Alicia. I mean, I would love to see the fight, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to see that fight, man. But I would definitely stay around from Caroline Dubois. That's she's the problem. Yeah, I mean, women's sports is in great hands, and after she retires, it'll still be in great hands. So you know, yeah. On that, damn, we got this shit rocking in here right now, man. Y'all don't want to let us leave, man. That's crazy, my man. We got to give El a Spanish name because he sounds Spanish, but whatever. But on that note, I know you're tired, Chip. I see you. You're off this weekend?
My face is slimming up and shit. I'm losing weight.
Oh shit. He's ready for the BKFC. I'm excited. But what's next? I don't know, Joe. I think I'm gonna go take a shower, go to sleep, and get to some editing. That's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna lie though. Tomorrow we will be live on YouTube as well as Twitter, watching Amanda Serrano, or at least I will be. I don't know if this guy's gonna get on there because he,
Here we go.
He's a fucking Hollywood now. You know what I mean?
Now I'm Hollywood.
Mama absolutely needs to hop on the live. We're gonna do some live commentating tomorrow for the Amanda Serrano fight. I'm excited. You know what I mean? So, on that note, Jamal, you have anything to say?
No, again, Happy New Year, man. God bless y'all. I'm happy to see everybody who came in on the New Year together. Love y'all. Salute.
Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter as well.
I'm gonna give you that Marine Corps weekend talk we used to give. If you're gonna go out and drink, make sure you go with a buddy. If you don't have a buddy, call an Uber. If you're gonna come across somebody, make sure you strap it up and be safe and don't do no stupid shit. That's how we did in Marine Corps, y'all. Y'all give them that talk.
Yeah, I mean, make sure y'all follow us. Hit and like the notifications button. Share. You know what I mean?
Stay home, Joe.
Yeah, stay home, guy. Strap up, buddy. You know what I mean? I stay home and drink. I don't drink, but I will be watching fight. But make sure you guys like, subscribe. Make sure you support us on Twitch, YouTube, X, formerly known as Twitter, and all audio streaming platforms, whether it's Spotify, we're available on Apple Podcasts and everywhere you can find podcasts. On that note, we love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Streaming the Fight, and every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, we will be live. So make sure y'all tune in. We are out of here. Peace.